Hey everyone, it's Ryan here with my predictions for the, I wouldn't say stupidest, but for this year and this generation is a bit of a stupid name. It's for WWE Great Balls of Fire. Um, yeah, apparently the reason behind this name was, I think it was Vince was listening to a radio. Sorry, I got a fly in here for some reason. Like Vince was listening to a radio station or something, and this song came on, and they decided to have a pay-per-view named Great Balls of Fire. It was first announced at a SmackDown pay-per-view, I think, which I can't remember which one it was, but they just announced it. We were like, okay, is this a thing? Is this real? And it turns out it is real, and we're like, oh, okay, well, this is different. But the build up to it has been amazing. So, what everyone has been looking forward to with the results from Extreme Rules 2017 with Samoa Joe winning the number one contenders match, it's Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at Great Balls of Fire. If you want to sell Great Balls of Fire, that's how you do it. I will go through the other matches as well. We got Neville versus Akira Tozawa. I think it's just because Aries asked for his release yesterday and got it. And like after Aries, you sort of have to give it to someone else. I mean, Jack Gallagher's had an opportunity. Rich Swann's had an opportunity. And Tozawa's sort of like rising up a bit, so I can see why he would get one. It's sort of interesting. Like, I like how it sort of fits in with the whole Titus brand thing. I got Titus O'Neil as a manager. I'm going to go for Neville for this one. Neville's going to have a really long reign. I think if anyone's going to take it off him, it should be another big name they bring up. But I just don't know who just yet. If they can get some new guy to come in as this big name cruiserweight, then sure, they can beat Neville. Got Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match. Built up alright. The way ambulance matches goes, I'm going with Roman, whereas my housemate's going with Braun Strowman. Faces normally win the ambulance matches. I think there's been about 4 ambulance matches, and only one's been won by a heel, and that was Kane versus Shane McMahon. So, yeah. But with Roman announcing himself as the number one contender, which I think is stupid. You lose a fatal 5-way to become number one contender, and you go, fine, I'll have the next opportunity then. It's like, so there was no point of you being in the match at Extreme Rules if you can just announce you're going to face the champion at SummerSlam. It's just really stupid. For the reason I've gone for Reigns is you'll figure out who I'm going to go for when it comes to the Universal Championship match. We've got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I'm slightly annoyed that it's Sasha. I mean, she's had plenty of title matches before. Like, I know Sasha versus Alexa will be her first time, and it's face versus heel, but the build up to it, like for me, it's not been that appealing. And also, for the way she qualified, I don't see how we're supposed to be behind Sasha with this. So they had a gauntlet match for the 6 women involved, which were Bayley, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Mickie James, Emma, and then Sasha. Nia Jax lasted 38 minutes in that match, starting at number 2, so technically number 1 as well. Sasha Banks comes in at the last 5 minutes and wins, and we're somehow supposed to be more behind Sasha than Nia, whereas Nia's gone over half an hour to then lose at the end. If anything, Nia deserves a title shot on that alone, as well as what she's been doing over the past couple of years. She's had, from what I can remember, 2 title shots. One for the NXT Women's Championship, which she lost to Bayley. I can't remember if she won against Asuka at one point or not. I really can't remember. And then there was the one she had a couple of weeks ago versus Alexa Bliss, and she lost by disqualification because Mickie James and Dana Brooke decided to attack Alexa. So again, she's not really had a fair title shot. And I think after this, if Alexa wins, because I've gone for Alexa, my idea for SummerSlam is Alexa versus Sasha versus Bayley, and then Sasha attacks Bayley with a heel turn, winning the championship. But if anything, Nia deserves a fair title shot, I think. Just, it's it's one of their logics. It's like you sit there and you think, why can't they just do this? It's clear to see who deserves it more, and I just think Nia Jax definitely deserves a fair title shot and hopefully a title victory as well. On to the next match before I ramble on more about that. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt, in which I think we can all agree is the least interesting of all these matches. Seth, as a babyface, just doesn't work. Like, the whole crowd appealing thing, it's like he's much better as a scumbag than, hey, look, I'm a good guy. I love all you fans in this town. Yay! It's like, ugh. And then Bray Wyatt started a rivalry with him because of reasons. It was like he doesn't believe that Bray is a god or something. It's like, no one believes Bray is a god. Have a fight with everyone. And it's like Seth is just going, oh, I called your names? Oh, fair enough. Well, I guess we're having a fight. It's just like, it's dumb. I've gone for Rollins. My houseplate's gone for Bray. I guess you can sort of try and build Seth up. I don't know. Bray's just known for being a loser now, to the point everyone's lost faith in him. Next match, Enter Moria versus Big Cass, with them almost doing a Triple H and Shawn Michaels thing back in 2002, I think it was, where Shawn Michaels got attacked by someone, and they're like, oh, I wonder who it could be, and then they build it up, and they go, well, I have this security footage. It was you, Triple H. He's like, you're damn right it was me. It was almost the same thing with this. It's built up for like 6 weeks. Enzo got attacked twice backstage. Cass was pissed off about it, and Corey Graves apparently knew stuff, so Cass got thrown to him. They thought it was a revival, because a revival was seen backstage at one point. Then Big Show gets involved at some point when Cass is being attacked, and he comes to help Enzo, so Big Cass assumes it's Big Show. And then it just sort of goes all over the place, and then there's security footage, and Big Cass basically fakes being attacked at one point. They go, oh, that must mean you did it the rest. He goes, you're damn right I attacked you, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So we've both gone for Big Cass. Nothing against Enzo. I just really hope for Big Cass to be on this singles push, that he beats the fuck out of Enzo Amore. I'm hoping for like 3 Empire elbows, 2 big boots, maybe even 3 big boots. I don't think he'll end it with that, was it East Side Slam thing, which is just the Winds of Change. I can't remember what it's called. Next match, we've got The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship, with Maurice Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel in The Miz's corner. It's easy to say it's going to be The Miz. I mean, numerous people in his corner can easily help against Dean Ambrose. This rivalry has to finish. I mean, it's been long enough now. Dean Ambrose can go off with the Drifter or something, which I know is... I think he's getting involved at the moment, from what I can remember. He's getting involved with someone. It's either Dean or Seth. I can't remember, but I think it's Dean. So Dean can have his thing with Elias Sampson. That's the name. I just go by the Drifter. Because he had this thing with Finn for a bit, and now I think he's moved on to Dean, because he just happened to be involved in the whole Miz-Ambrose rivalry. And I think he's now going after Dean. We've got Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship in a 30-minute Iron Man match. This, along with Lesnar and Joe, could be match of the night. I feel like if they put this in hour 2 and then slip in maybe Seth versus Bray afterwards to then cool the fans down, this could be amazing. It's, for me, this is one of those perfect moments of storytelling that they need to start doing more, where you have... so let's just say they have the title match, someone loses the title, they have the rematch for the title, which they don't win, and because the rivalry's got that intense, they have to put it in some form of stipulation. That's what's going on with Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardy Boys. This is the 3rd title match between them. 3rd or 4th, but because they had... No, it's the 4th, because the first one they had, the Hardy Boys won, then Cesaro and Sheamus turned heel, and because of that, they then got another match at Hell in a Cell, was it? No, Extreme Rules. Wasn't even Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell's not been yet. But Extreme Rules, where Cesaro and Sheamus won, just barely, in the cage match. Then they had a 2 out of 3 falls match on Raw for the Tag Team Championships, which ended in a draw. And then this is great, because with an Iron Man match, if it does come to a draw by the end, they can just go into overtime and have a decisive winner. So the Iron Man match is like a perfect way to end this rivalry, and I hope we've both gone for Cesaro and Sheamus to win. Only problem is there's no other face tag teams to go against Cesaro and Sheamus because Big Cass and Enzo have split up. I think there's like another one that split up as well, but you've only got the Revival and the Club at the moment. I don't know who else there is on Raw that's a tag team other than the Hardy Boys to go after them. But yeah, we've both got Cesaro and Sheamus, and here's where a bonus point could come in. I've gone for 3-2 to Cesaro and Sheamus, whereas my housemate's gone for 2-1 to Cesaro and Sheamus. He was going to go 3-2, but I said it first, so eh. Then finally, Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship. I really hope they beat the fuck out of each other. I feel like Brock Lesnar is going to win. I really don't want to be a squash. I doubt they're going to do that, especially with the way it's been built up, with how dominant and dangerous Samoa Joe's been to Brock Lesnar. I want to go good 20 to 25 minutes. Roman, please don't get involved, whatever the fuck you do. I know what you've been like for ruining matches a lot. But like I said, because Roman says he can challenge the champion at WrestleMania because he's the big dog and it's his yard, rough, and all that crap. I feel like it's going to be Brock versus Reigns. The rumor was they're going to have that for 34, but do you really want to build the whole year based on Reigns making his way back up to Lesnar? Especially off this whole heel heat from beating The Undertaker, then thinking, I can definitely beat Brock, and then have that at SummerSlam. So I've gone for Brock Lesnar to win this. It's going to be a grueling fight. I want them both to be like almost just not able to get up at the end, but Brock to come away as the champion. But that's my predictions for Great Balls of Fire. Like I said, bit of a silly name, but I think that it's going to be one hell of a pay-per-view. And I'm actually excited for it. It's weird. When I first heard this name, I was like, oh, this is going to be dumb. I'm probably can just like watch that another time. But I actually want to sit and watch this. They have perfectly sold Great Balls of Fire to people. Like, one Universal Championship match since WrestleMania is happening. Which, holy shit, it's been what? Just over 3 months? 3 months and a week. And then you've got, obviously, all these other matches. Enzo and Cass with their rivalry. 30-minute Iron Man match. 30-minute Iron Man tag match, which is a first. So you've got that as well. Cruiserweight Championship. Neville's obviously on the run of a lifetime. Got Alexa, Sasha. Seth Rollins and Bray is pretty much the only one that I don't really care about. So, but yeah, they managed to sell Great Balls of Fire to me. And I'm pretty sure to a lot of other people as well. It goes to show that sometimes they can make the right decision. But let me know what you think of Great Balls of Fire as a concept, what you think of the match card, what your predictions are, and I shall see you in the next one.